Hi everyone. I'm coming live real quick because I will be doing these more often and I wanted to set up my gear. So I'm back in my studio. Well, I've been in my studio, but I'm back here to be with you and to share studio practice with you and therefore share life practice with you, right? No matter what you do in your life, our practices reflect our life practices. So, any sort of spiritual or making or cooking or being with our life is a practice. And so, I'm going to share what it looks like for me to have a studio practice. The first big one of these that I'm going to be doing will be in a week and a day. So today's Wednesday. The 1st of October, I'll be coming back on for more exploration and explanation of what it looks. That pause because I had a call coming in. Sorry. What it looks like for me to work in my studio and what I'm working on. And I did about I can't remember, about 10 of these last year. Where each time I came on, I had a theme. Sometimes I answer questions if they came in beforehand or live. And that's kind of my thing right now, is like just going with what's going on, right? And trying to figure out how to make something of it, being real, because sometimes we don't want to make things, and realizing that that's okay. Like, actually, it's normal. It's more normal than being hyper productive all the time. So I'm going to be talking about that more too. I mean, you may see that already in my posts, or if you know me in person, I'm talking about that a lot. And things really changed for a lot of us. I would say the majority of us, in about March of this year. And things have continued to flourish with change. And how we approach that has been really revealing of how we approach change in general, right? And our life in general. And also maybe it's been totally new because we've never been through this as a country, as a community, as a civilization, across the world, right? And I've heard a lot. I still have a membership. I kind of shut down a lot of my work in order to get really clear on my priorities and my health. So haven't been super actively promoting or selling, but I've had these things that have just been stationary throughout this time. And one of them is my group membership, where we meet twice a month. And so I still have a lot of conversation, a lot of connection with people who are trying to make the most of their time, but also questioning what that even means right now. And then, drudging up all the universal things that come up around, do I have, if I'm enjoying this, is that normal? Is that okay? Or is anybody else going through that, right? We need that sense of connection and community sometimes to remember that we're not alone, and the various range of feelings that happen throughout the day, throughout this time, and throughout our life are really normal, right? But we don't, especially in a time of isolation, time of quarantine, we don't necessarily see that as much. So my intention with Studio Diaries, with my studio logs, which I'll start hopefully more regularly next week too, will be to connect us through all these universal feelings that may also leave us feeling a bit isolated at times. I wanted to share one thing that I've been working on, which is I'm doing some collage work. And it's been really fun. And that's my thing right now, is trying to do something a little bit new and different. Letting it be fun if it's fun, not making it into something that needs to be more complex or hard or even suffering, because that's kind of the artist's theme, right? Sometimes we think that we have to do art that makes us like feel a certain desperation inside. I mean, maybe that's like universal human stuff too. But I've just picked up collage art as a new way to express some things that are going on for me, and to have fun and to believe in that, and believe that fun can be part of whatever your practice is. And particularly if you're a creative in terms of making stuff or making art or making music or making pots. Okay, that's my thing for now. Please join me again next week as the powers lay, if that's the right way to say that. I will be here. If the powers be, if the powers unite, I will do my best, and that's the plan. And as you know, 2020 can often feel like, well, I planned that, but maybe that's not going to happen. So my plan is to be here Thursday next week, October 1st, the beginning of October, and I'll be here at 10 a.m. And if you have any questions, let me know. Send me a message wherever the little direct message thing is on here. I love having conversations with you, and if I don't know you, that's fine, right? Like, that's what this is all about, in my opinion. So please reach out to me if you have any thoughts or questions, or if you're like, Rose, what are you talking about? I want to know more, or tell me more about you, or whatever. Tell me more about me. No, I'm just kidding. I can't tell you about you. I will answer that in the live, and I will talk to you as well through messaging. Okay, loves. See you next time.